You know, sometimes I'll talk to a guy and they'll say, they'll say, oh, that guy gives me the vibes of being a Scientologist. Why? Because the way he asks questions, I feel like he went through certain levels to learn how to do the assist where you're, trying to get information out of people. And he's were you ever a Scientologist? No. You know what? You speak like a Mormon. Were you ever part of the Church of Latter-day Saints? Because you give me the vibes, even the way you talk to me, like it's a Mormon vibe you give me, right? Or, that person gives me the vibes of, being a former, such and such. When you hear people talk and their mannerisms and the way they explain things, do you ever watch and say, that guy could have been an asset?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
What trigger gives it away? What?
So, please. Yeah, it's a great question. So in our world, we call it spotting the spook, when you spot a spook, because there are absolutely verbal and nonverbal indicators that let you know when you're talking to somebody who is trained. So we kind of separate the world into trained and untrained. Untrained is all the people who went to the school of hard knocks, and trained is the people who went to some kind of systematic education about how to interrogate, ask questions, collect information, protect personal information, etc. So just as a real quick aside, if you watch Tucker Carlson's interview with Vladimir Putin, perfect chance to watch Spot the Spook take place, because you can see and hear how trained Putin is and how untrained Tucker Carlson is. So whether or not he was Dad's little helper when Dad was CIA, I don't know. But he certainly wasn't trained, because you can see what it's like when he sits across from a trained intelligence officer.
Wow. Got it. So Putin's interview with Tucker gave it away to you that he was never CIA himself. And he says he wanted to be one. They didn't hire him. He talks about it openly. Even Putin said it right off the bat.
Right.